This vodcast brought to you by Power9 Games.
Hello guys, and welcome to another Battle Report Frontier Gaming. Here we're looking at the finals of our recent Game Night Kit tournament. I have here with me Walter.
How you guys doing?
He is here actually playing on the right, and then on the left we have John playing the Imperial list. So the Imperial list here, we got Kenkirk, Lone Wolf, Callus, Gunner, Countermeasures, and Yasan. And then he's got a standard Omega leader, and then a naked Wampa. And then Walter, why don't you go talk about your list a little bit?
Sure, yeah. My list is just four, pretty simple list. It's 4 ships, scum build, 4 syndicate thugs, with all with the twin laser turret and the unhinged astromech. The only real difference that my list, like at least locally, most people just run it just as with the turret. But I decided to put the BTL A4 upgrade just to give it added extra firepower. It's mostly just to fit my playstyle because typically I play jousting lists.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's perfect. You know, with the unhinged astromech, it makes all my, 3 maneuvers green, which makes, to me, it makes a better dial than the X-Wing. At least, in my opinion.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's probably a little bit of a harder list to pilot, but can put out a ton of damage. So
yeah. So basically, my strategy is I just set up in a corner. I just pick a corner depending on how the asteroid fields are laid out.
Yeah, asteroid, and if they have anyone in the same PS or lower.
Right. Yeah. And I try to keep the asteroids, away from me, and I just slow roll. Like, I'll just go one forward, and I'll just kind of see what my opponent's, doing. And I kind of just let them come towards me. And, whatever, target comes in range first, I just concentrate fire.
Yep, and with that first volley, if you can get a volley off before they take too much damage, you can just remove a ship or two.
Yeah. Then that was pretty much the plan. So right here, I'm thinking, I got the 2 TIE fighters right in front of me. They're converging on me, relatively quickly.
And they're most likely, they're just going to fly at you. They're expecting their evade dice will at least have one of them, if not both of them, survive the engagement.
Because of the way the asteroids are placed, they really don't have, too many things that they could do. So my strategy was I'm just going to fly straight, hammer the TIE fighters, do a K-turn, and then, chase the Decimator until...
Try to clean up the Decimator, yeah.
Right.
The Decimator's going to be doing a lot of damage, but it's not Chernu, so he's not going to be doing as consistent damage as he possibly could.
Right.
Definitely. And then, so you're probably going to take out a TIE fighter at least before you lose a ship.
That was the plan. And my strategies are, people always come to me and say, hey, what were you thinking during, turn 3?
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm the type of player, I'm a dog chasing a car. I wouldn't know what to do with it when I catch it.
Sure, yeah.
So,
you're going to let him come to you.
Yeah, I just kind of let him come to me. My strategy is I run up to you, I punch you in the face.
Yeah.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Yeah. I win it all or lose everything.
So you had a pretty good tournament then today. I mean, in the finals here, 4-round tournament.
Yeah, my first opponent was Mike. He had, if I recall, a named B-Wing, a Z95, and 2 Y-Wings that were TLT.
And that was just kind of a TLT off, really. It was
It was
see who takes less damage.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
So that in that game, I took out a Z95, I took out a B-Wing in 1 round of shooting.
Yeah.
And just chased his Y-Wings off the board. And my second opponent was Adam Brill, and he had Vader, and I don't recall the rest of his list.
I think he was doing a Chernu with Vader and Palpatine on the Chernu. Yeah,
so that was probably one of my harder games of the day, and my third opponent was, or at least my other opponent was two robot list, and that was actually really challenging because my list doesn't really excel against Arc Dodgers,
Yeah, exactly. That is probably the one. The
that's
biggest
definitely
weakness of this list.
the weakness. Like your list, where you probably dance all over me.
But
we gotta see if that's the case.
Yeah, well, we'll have to try that matchup out. I usually play 2 interceptors and Echo, and it would be interesting against this. The TLTs are actually very strong against the interceptors, but if you can't get the shot,
with the BTL upgrade, if I can't line up a shot, then it's no good.
So here we got first round of shooting going on, taking some range 3 shots from the TIE fighters, not taking a lot of damage here. It's going pretty well.
Yeah, I think in this round, he knocked the shields off one of Okay, so
Yeah,
the
so
shields
so
are
that
gone. I took
that
a stick of
forward
damage.
yeah, that forward one he's concentrating fire on.
Right.
Wampa's taking a shot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, when I start shooting back, I kind of choked. I was targeting Wampa, but that's coming up, and
yeah, so I think how it turns out is the back two Y-wings are actually out of range, but they had
Right.
the space that they could have gone 3 forward and
Yeah.
been all in the same line. Do you think that was a mistake, or
I think that if I were to go back, I would have gone in one gun line.
Yeah.
Just straight across. That way, I could have really focused fire. I was kind of thinking that as I was approaching,
Yeah.
but it was too late at that point.
right?
We were engaged.
Did you think it was going to go faster at all, or just didn't think about getting them all in the same line?
Yeah, I mean, I wish I had. There's
Yeah.
a couple games where, but I guess in the future I'm going to try that particular play style, and I'll see how it works out. But I'm really happy with the list. I'm leaning towards using it at the next tour championship, which
Nice.
is We Play.
Yep.
I think that's February 6th or 8th or
Yeah.
somewhere around there.
So this round of shooting actually goes pretty poorly for you, I would say.
I
His
got
TIE
one
fighter, I think his TIE fighter dodges exactly
Right.
almost all of these shots.
Yeah,
So
I couldn't land a hit.
yeah, so even here, like he almost blanks it,
Right, 1 and 1.
but he gets the 1 to the 1. So it only takes, I think, 1 damage from your entire round of shooting.
Yeah, that's about it.
It's pretty rough.
I remember he was kind of bragging that Wampa's the big hero
Yeah.
of the match.
We'll see how the rest of the match goes, but I think that definitely could be bad news for you here. But you get some
Yeah.
shots on Kenkirk that are
Right.
He's got Lone Wolf, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so he's gonna get some value out of these evade dice here.
Right.
But with TLT, like the Decimator just takes
Yeah.
damage like it's its job. So
But my opponents that day, because Adam had a Lone Wolf on his Vader, and it didn't benefit them that time. Every single time.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was like bad juju or what, but every time I looked at the dice and they roll from Lone Wolf, it was just a blank every single time.
yeah.
So.
Yeah, and it's tough with those TLTs. One evade dice isn't usually going to make the
Right.
difference
Yeah.
because they need to get all 3. So going into turn 3 here.
Yeah. So that's my Y-wing with the most damage. He has 2 damage on him.
Yep.
So he's about to get finished off. So I decided to move him up faster.
To try to get a block.
I think I
on.
did a 2 or 3. Yeah, correct. I did like a 2 or 3 forward.
Yep.
To get a block, and everyone else just went up 1
Cool.
forward, and it ended up working out. His Omega leader ended up bumping with the Y-wing.
Which is very good because if you can get that evade token
Right.
off of him, then he kind of needs actions to do what he needs to do. So
Yeah, and Wampa was out of his arc, so the only one who had shots on him was Kenkirk. So that worked out pretty well.
pretty cool. Yep. So that's all your guys. So you've put this Y-wing out as a sacrifice, and then have positioned the rest of them to nail whatever lands on him. So
That's what sucks with this list. At Store Champ, the last Store Champ at Avatar, I played 3 B-wings and a stress hog, and the one evade on a ship, really sucks. It's like you might as well have no evade.
Yep.
You sit there and take it pretty much.
yeah, for sure. But they have a lot of HP, so I mean, he's got to deal 32 damage to win this game.
Right.
And
Yeah.
You really I guess he's got the Decimator, so that is a lot. But I mean, you're
Right.
looking at dealing about half that amount of HP, and you make double the shots that he
Right.
does. Actually, almost triple the shots that he does because you're attacking twice with each ship. So.
Yeah.
Um,
But one thing where I kind of preferred the Y-wings with the BTL over the B-wings with the fire control system is one match I had my opponent Richard Herman running away with his Darth Vader because he only had one hull left, and
Right.
the B-wings, they just didn't have the ability to chase him down.
Yeah, they just can't keep up.
Yeah, they can't keep up. There's no way.
These unhinged,
So,
can chase TIE
Yeah, the
fighters.
unhinged, they could definitely chase them. That unhinged just opens up the dial so much. I mean,
Yeah.
to me, like the 25-point, Syndicate Thug is, my personal opinion, like it's the best ship in the game as far as like,
Points for-
from my play style. I mean, I'm not that creative, like coming up, boost barrel roll and all that.
Yeah.
I'm just a knuckle dragger.
It is definitely one. It is definitely one of those builds that I think is going to be with the game a long time. I think we're going to see these either the thugs with unhinged or the golds with R2. I think we're going to see those for a long time because that TLT has just made them very strong.
Right. I think it's I also think it's good for overall meta of the game because my least favorite meta was the 2-ship build. Everyone just using a
Han or the Decimator.
Yeah, Han. It was just annoying.
And these TLTs kind of keep them in check where they're just like you.
Right.
Like a Han can dodge a 3-dice ship for infinity. Like he can take 0 damage from a 3-dice ship for every turn.
Yeah.
But with the TLT, he actually takes 2 every turn. So
for me, because for me, X-wing it's about like a fighter and maneuvering each other.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I like your play style, versus mine. Like the jouster versus the arc dodger. To me that's what X-wing's about. And so I guess right here, he's about to get some nice range
he's trying to decide about shooting ships that are going to get a shot or shooting a ship that's going to die if he shoots it. And
John's he's a really smart player. He really analyzes everything. Pretty quickly. He's a really good opponent. And so he's deciding, should I finish at the Y-wing?
Yeah, no. So he's going to go for this Y-wing, and that's not the greatest roll.
Not great.
Lone Wolf's into nothing. Or target locks, actually, because he doesn't have access to Lone Wolf. And then you are able to actually spend the focus and take 2.
And I think I'm still alive,
Yep, so you take a crit here, and if I remember correctly, this crit is PS0, which...
Right, which means,
You don't really care.
Means nothing.
Now, are you playing with the old damage deck here, or the new one?
I'm playing the old.
Okay, so that's kind of risky. You got the TLTs on there, so...
Yeah, it's risky, but I have like a 2, and there's 2 cards in there that I'm worried about.
2 cards, but I guess the new damage deck has those every card is a crit and that kind of thing. So and the maneuver ones can mess you up too. So
so
I can see how you might want to stick with the old damage deck.
Yeah, I figured it was like the most forgiving of them.
Roll the dice a little bit on those munition fail-safes or failures.
Yep. So there goes Wampa.
Nice. So take him out. You got a bunch of range 1-shots, so pretty trivial to do that.
Right.
And then taking some shots, I think, over at Omega Leader.
Right.
Because you got that range 2 shot.
Yeah, looks like I think he's
And it rolls 2 eyes there, looks like. So deciding whether to spend his evade token, which he does.
Yeah, I would.
It takes 1. And now he's got the TLT. I think generally against these TLTs, especially the BTL ones, you spend the tokens against the primary tech because you can actually reduce the damage. Where who's going to say if you're going to roll 3 or 2 or 1 on this TLT attack?
Yep, this is I think it's the next Y-wing's taking his shots.
Yep. So he takes 2 from the first Y-wing, and then looks like he dodges the primary from the second Y-wing.
Right.
And probably gonna dodge that one as well.
Yeah, here comes another.
And then the final attack.
This is where I need to get witnessed.
There you go. Got the focus. Got 2 hits, so he dies.
Yeah, there he goes.
So this is actually
my plan. Yeah,
this is pretty pivotal for you. Actually, I think right here is you've now taken out both TIE fighters and you have not lost your ship yet.
Not lost one ship.
So you get you could even, depending on how that Y-wing in front maneuvers, you could actually get another turn without that thing being dead.
Right.
So we're gonna go straight into that. Looks like you went with a K turn here, though.
Yeah. I went with a K turn. It was just pretty much my plan all along. Just like, go, just run right down the alley of the, right at the TIE fighters and turn around and, just start shooting at the Decimator.
And so I was here actually when you put these maneuver temples down. I think you were considering going slow with a couple of them to try to get the block off. Did you?
I was kind of thinking about it because I wasn't sure which direction it was going. Yeah. But I decided to kind of just stick in formation, for now.
Yeah, the formation's probably the safe move because he can actually turn. If you go slow, he can actually turn away from you into that corner, and the Decimator, I think, actually can turn all the way around in that small space.
Yeah,
so.
But he decided to be aggressive and did a 2 hard right into me, which is, I guess it wasn't. It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't what I wanted because it takes away a lot of my shots from my TLT. I think.
Yeah. Here you would have been better serviced by going slow because a couple would have gotten blocks. You might have actually passed up some of them if you had gone too fast.
Definitely.
But you're probably so he's getting countermeasure here because he doesn't actually have Kenkirk's ability turned on yet. He's still got one shield, so he's going to countermeasure and then
yeah, pretty much. I think this is where he finishes off.
Yeah, he's got range 2. Looks like on that guy with 1 HP, so that thing's probably dead.
Yeah, that's what I would have done. I mean, that's Yep, and that's pretty much.
And that's actually 2 eyes and 1 hit. So if he doesn't spend the,
I forgot.
Yeah, if he so he didn't spend it, so he gets Gunner.
Blank, yeah.
Blank City. So
that's just bad. There we go.
Yeah, I would have almost spent the focus on that first attack because then you just guarantee it. But he gets kind of lucky, I would say that.
I could have avoided that one.
That Y-wing dodges that, and then. I mean, Kenkirk might just be dead.
Right.
Because that's...
So now he's about to take a bunch of range 1 shots.
He's going to take, looks like 2 or 3 range 1s, and then I think the far guy is actually in range 2, so he's going to get his TLT.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, if that Y-wing dodges that second hit, then he actually has another primary and another TLT coming at him.
Right.
And as you can see, his green dice
not
helping him out too here.
Miserably. And he takes a crit and loses.
And then he loses the agility.
Yeah, he loses the agility. So he's got to sit there and take it again.
Yep. So rolling TLT now from that range, or another primary shot, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, see, Lone Wolf.
Lone Wolf's into nothing. I think he's going to take another 2 hits here.
Yeah, my opponents had really bad luck on Lone Wolf all day.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was.
Lone Wolf's definitely one of those cards where it's either amazing or
it'll fail you.
Yeah.
Horribly. Definitely.
Hey, there you
mediocre.
go.
Yeah, I got one. Yeah.
So he gets one with the focus token.
Yeah.
Takes another crit, and I think this is the crit where if he does a white maneuver, he gets a stress.
Right. Yeah. So he's kind of stuck in the green.
Yeah. At least until he gets out of arc here, which will be the next turn. So maybe he'll be able to do some with it. Yeah. And then misses another dodge there. Yeah. And then this and then a whiff with the TLT.
Yeah,
so
that happened actually a lot.
Bound to happen eventually.
Yeah. I mean,
you roll like 30 dice a turn, and you're gonna get a couple blanks.
That's just like my first joust against the. So right here, I'm just trying to create distance. I'm taking advantage of the.
You know that you're not gonna be able to shoot him next turn. Yeah. So you're just gonna speed away, try to get range 3 on the ones that do get shot.
Get a couple target locks off.
Yep. Exactly. Makes sense. Pretty smart. Yeah. Hopefully keep them in formation as much as possible, avoiding the Decimator because. Once you do get turned back around on him.
Right. Yeah. It's just.
You can just land a ton of damage.
Yeah. The second one didn't quite make it, so just kind of. I think he almost made it, but I think I bumped it. So by then it was just like, it is what it is.
Some ships moving on the table, and it's hard to say where they're supposed to be. So
I mean, like I'm okay with that. If I make a bump and it's kind of like nope.
Yeah. And depending on his maneuver, you could actually stop him. I don't think the Decimator is one forward, but
I think it was in
So he goes fast 2 here, which is probably smart. He's got 2 crits that he wants to turn down.
Right.
Wants to get that agility flipped up as soon as possible.
Right.
Because that is kind of how his list works. Is this Kenkirk fights you at range 3 with an insane amount of aid dice, an abnormal amount of aid dice.
Yeah, but I think what kind of hosed John right here is that he was kind of I don't know if it's I'm pretty sure it was this turn, but he was kind of right in front of a rock.
So he's turned a little early maybe. He wants to get turned around, but I think he could have gone straight and accomplished the same thing. But gets a ton of damage on another Y-wing, so that's good. Yeah,
he pretty much knocked it just about in half.
Yep,
right there in one round of shooting. So
and I mean it's about what you expect. Looks like you take another crit here.
Yeah, I don't recall what it was, but I don't think it was.
Oh, this is the blinded pilot.
Okay. Yeah.
This is the guy that.
This one really sucked.
Yeah, he ends up like flying around for like 3 turns here, waiting to get an arc on.
Yeah, this is kind of where I kind of wish I had the new damage deck at this point.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because the old blind pilot is
like
real bad.
This round. Yeah. So the new damage deck is it just affects me this round.
Yeah.
So. Okay. So here I'm trying to reposition.
Yeah, so he's going to be going fast, so you can do this K turns kind of pretty safely because he's not going to get a shot, so you get a turn to angle back up on him and The Decimator usually flies a pretty wide arc, so if you can get here down the middle of these asteroids, you'll have some good shots, which I think is exactly what you end up doing.
Yeah. But and one thing about our local scene, we don't have like a huge local scene compared to some other areas, but I think we have some really good players.
Yeah, for sure.
Like John, he's really good. We got Gavin. When I played him at Store Championship, we actually won the Avatar Stores Championship. He flew his Decimator like an interceptor, and he just, it wasn't a dice. I got outplayed, in that game. So,
yeah, I think this definitely is a situation where I think you guys both play pretty strong, but I think this Decimator just has this is just not the matchup for him.
Right? Yeah. It's just a matter of time. I'm just gonna whittle him down slowly. I have I can't really count how much damage I have on him. I guess you read my mind.
Yeah. 5? So it looks like 5. Yeah, 5 damage cards on him. So he's got 7 left.
Now I'm just converging on him.
Yeah. You probably get like maybe 1 or 2 shots here.
Right.
Range 3 through the asteroid. So his optimal for him, but he does have that. He still has that minus agility crit on him. So TLT is going to just do automatic damage, I think.
Yeah, and it's still relatively early in our game, so I had lots of time. I wasn't in any particular rush to end the game right there and then. But I think here, he gets out of range of all my ships.
Okay, yeah, so you'll get out of range, and I think he's gonna go for the he's gonna try to flip that crit down, and
nope.
Fails it. Unfortunate.
Fails, mediocre. He gets a mediocre. So.
Yasan evade, triggering pretty well. John's actually, I think, a good worth mentioning. He's definitely one of those players who's, like you said, he's always thinking about it and using the tools. Like you saw, he was measuring the range there. Obviously, he's out, but he's taking whatever information he can get, kind of factoring that into his moves and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, with John, with a lot of our players, it's like it's not over till it's over.
Exactly.
There's not too much like I'll just. Yeah,
not a lot of conceding. I don't.
Yeah,
think.
there's pretty much no conceding here. Right?
As a TO, I enjoy it a lot because we get to see games go down to their natural conclusion.
Yeah, we definitely earn our victories, in our scene, which is I'm really super happy about.
Yeah. So he's gonna go fast here.
I think I only have 1 shot, maybe, perhaps.
Yeah, and this is kind of what he has to do. He needs to get that agility flipped down before he takes too much more damage. So gonna go for it again here, and he'll get it this time, which that's pretty good for him. I've had games where I'll play my interceptors, they'll take that crit, and then they'll spend the rest of the game with that crit on them.
Right.
Or they'll get damage sensor array and then spend the entire game attempting to flip that down.
Right.
So gets a shot here, range 3 at a Y-wing, and so this is a fresh Y-wing here.
Right.
I think he ends up getting dodging it. Gunner gets the full 3 hits at range 3.
It's rolling pretty high at 1 point,
and then you get
so was I.
Full dodge. Okay, so that's pretty good. Taking a shield.
Yep, taking a shield. I can deal with that.
Yeah, because
I think he's untouched. I believe that one's not.
Yeah. So 1 back at him. No reroll because
nope.
All
day.
Yeah. Dodges it with the. You got to spend it on the primary, like we said earlier.
Yeah.
Like those TLTs, automatic. Oh, so I think you rolled eyes there, so you're gonna reroll it, and then automatic damage
and
automatic damage. Yeah, nothing this Decimator can do against that.
One thing that kind of hosed me right here was my, because he's kind of, to me, he's a little unpredictable where he's going. So I was just moving kind of slow, but my back 2 Y-wings just kind of had a hard time getting
probably too far back.
Yeah, they're definitely too far back, and I think I ended up bumping here at one point or another.
Yeah, so even there, I think maybe could have gone a little bit faster with that
definitely.
But it's tough to say. Like you said, John might even hard turn into this asteroid here. So
because when I'm playing arc dodgers and stuff like that, I definitely want to cover as many fields of fire as I can.
Yeah, for sure.
So there I'm getting a bump right there.
Not too big deal. It's unlikely those guys are even going to have shots.
Right.
Because he's just going fast here.
Yeah.
Doodle bank.
But again, I'm not too worried. And remind me to wear my hat You know, next time I.
Next time you're on
Yeah,
camera.
make sure I wear a hat. You know, next time I on camera.
Beautiful volatile card.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
So it looks like gonna have a range.
I shoot through an asteroid.
Range 2 through an asteroid. So
here comes the next volley. But you know, what I'm thinking at this point is like, you know, again, I'm not panicking. It's a matter of time. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though if he takes out 1 or 2, I think the math is still in my favor.
You could lose a ship right here and still.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, you only need to do 5 more damage to him, and he needs to do I think 4, 8, 8 more damage. Yeah, about 12 more damage to you.
Right. Yeah.
And his damage is a lot harder to land. You're like half your damage is practically automatic.
Yeah.
Like right here,
Yes.
where he
kind of
takes
takes
one.
it.
Yep. Oh, Lone Wolf?
Nope.
No. Oh, he does have evade token though,
Okay,
so
there we
he'll
go.
get to dodge 1, and he will roll 2 dice and dodge that one as well.
Yeah.
Hey, well, so much for being automatic damage, but
Yeah.
that was pretty much best case scenario for him. He only had to
Yeah.
dodge 1 attack or 1 ship, so
Correct.
you'll probably end up going slow here, getting a bunch of Y-wings in arc, and then
Yeah.
burning him down.
It's getting to that point.
So no worries here. You're just
No, I'm still not worried. You know, it's just a matter of time.
Yep.
You know.
makes sense.
But you know, then again, I'm still, you know, playing
safe.
Yeah, I'm playing safe.
Yeah.
Because I know John can just pull something out.
Yeah, you give him a little leeway, and
Yeah,
and
he'll take full advantage.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
So,
all our players are that way. So.
yeah, making the right maneuvers,
Yeah,
getting your Y-wings all grouped up here.
Right. And I think right now I kind of have he's just gonna run down the alley. He's just gonna take it.
I think one thing he could have done here actually is he can
Turn in,
if he turns in sharply
yeah,
here,
that would have totally hosed me.
he gets real close to you. He'll take the damage now, but he might actually dodge a TLT by getting to range 1, and then if he speeds away, he can actually give himself a couple more turns. As we're talking about this, obviously he does not end up doing that, but he ends up going fast, which I think is to his detriment because now he's cornered, right?
Yeah.
He's literally in a corner.
Yeah, because I got him for the
Decimator.
next 3 rounds of shooting at least.
Yeah,
you know,
at least.
He really limited himself to because I guess if he would have turned hard, he could.
Then he has a bunch of options.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He could even
straight,
turn hard again.
Turn hard again.
Yep.
Yeah,
Just peace
it
out.
would, it would definitely kept me guessing.
Yeah.
So.
But here now it's Decimator has no K turn. It has a bunch of turns, but there's only so much space it has now left. It can go around the asteroid into that corner. I mean, he's pretty much exactly either doing a 2 bank or a 2 hard here.
Yeah.
Next turn, so.
And that doesn't help you.
And
Actually, not too bad.
so Lone Wolf sent 2. He's gonna save the tokens for defense, which is probably smart.
Yeah.
Though I don't know, other wisdom might say you do as much damage as you can before you get murdered.
Right.
Try to get some points on the board.
Yeah.
And rolls an eye. He's gonna spend both, dodge both.
He's got TLT. Just chipping away.
Yep.
That's all I do.
And there's 1.
But one thing I do want to say is if I didn't have the BTL A4 upgrade, I would have lost this game.
Oh yeah, I think
I would have been hosed.
no, those TIE fighters would have lived. I think.
Yeah, I would have. It would have been really bad. My play style had been basically I would have spent the entire game running.
Yeah.
But
I think.
But to me, that's just not my play style. I'm just gonna, for better or worse, gonna fly right at you. So
Decimator's at 10. Yeah. Unfortunately for him, he's gonna have to limp along for one more turn. I think
one more turn. I'm gonna eat an asteroid.
Yep. And that blinded pilot probably saved him there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, gave him another turn, which
delayed.
Small mercies.
The inevitable.
Yeah. So here, just going a little.
Yeah, just reposition. I know where he's going.
Yep.
He doesn't have any options.
Speed up a little bit and.
Let's get more into position.
Yeah,
so
I
I
think
kind of figured this was it.
He actually, I don't think he can go fast enough to get out of any of these arcs,
Right,
no matter
yeah.
where you go. So
Yeah, because from here, I would just do, yeah, he's corner. He's literally corner.
yeah. Yep. I think he does.
Yep,
a
I'll
little...
take one.
Oh no.
It's a Y-wing. Can't
Yeah.
Flies the asteroid. He's gonna take it.
They got the hit points to
Yep.
deal with it. So yeah, you got target locks, you got focus. We'll see if he can blow a ship up before he dies here.
Yeah.
I think he's got one target with some damage on it that he might be able to finish off. But
It's all day.
Gunner into hey, yeah, spend it.
Yeah, I would.
Gunner into 3.
Take 2.
But you dodge and take 2. So does that end up keeping that ship alive?
Oh, there he goes.
Oh no, he blows him up. So there you go. Gets some points on the board.
Now it's time for payback.
Yep. Some primaries here, which like you're not expecting to do any damage.
Yeah.
Oh, spend a target lock though.
Yeah, I burned it. I figured I'm gonna try and end it right here and then.
Yep. No, dodges it, and then TLT takes
Yep,
1.
There you go.
And TLT takes 1.
Yep, that's it. That was fun.
That is it. Yeah. Well, thank you, Walter, for joining me.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
No,
See you in the next one.
Yep, for sure. Maybe we'll see you in the finals again.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it.